What's up? What's up? What's up? Welcome back into Breaking Boards. Hopefully, everybody is having a good Saturday. Here with my guy Adam, or AKA Mr. 3 QBs through 8, or AKA Mr. Bearded Badger, or AKA Mr. Furry Badger. I approve of all those nicknames. What's going on, Adam? How's the Saturday going?
All those names will work right now. I mean, I can't deny them. I mean, so far so good. It's been a great Saturday. Just enjoying sports, making a few plays, making a little bit of money, hanging out, about to draft. What can go wrong?
My guess would be your draft. I'm with Travis. I think it'll probably go wrong around round 6 through 8 when you triple tap QB there.
Hey, everybody come in here. Water's fine. I'll be glad to take that money at the end of Best Ball season.
Yeah, I'm with Travis. I think we're all making 25 on you. I'm with Rich also. If you're going to draft the 25, which we are here in just a moment, over on DK, make sure you opt in and get your free 10 DK dollars. At least they made it relevant to where we can actually use it in Best Ball this year. So, or this promo. Whenever you guys are ready, let me know when everyone is at the screen, and we'll get ready to hop into a $25. Probably going to do 2 on stream this afternoon. You can boost your Best Ball winnings now.
You can only do that one time. I would not advise it. I would wait to hold on to that for something else. You can only up to 5 DK dollars, so it doesn't really.
All right, everybody's ready. Are you ready, Adam? Are you at the screen?
Sir. Yeah, we're good to go.
All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1, 0. Please be like 2 of 12.
5 of 12.
Okay. All right.
Ain't bad. That's fine.
Got Rich in here watching. I hoped you guys would like the bearded badger or the furry badger or whatever we decide the name is going to be. You guys wouldn't believe how difficult that was to get AI to create that image in a smaller form so I could get it on the thumbnail.
My head's too big, I tell you.
That's 100% the problem there. Finally, I feel like The Rock. Finally, I get to draft something that is not the 10, the 11, or the 12 on stream.
I'm confused about the 10 person. Who is that?
I couldn't tell you. Some dude named B. Callahan.
I know.
Main AI is getting out of control. I'm pretty sure the Badger is talking on stream. Yeah, it's getting a little wild. If you notice, sometimes in the wild you can see him draft up 2, 3, sometimes 4 QBs in a build through 10 also.
Is that
took me a minute to grasp it.
Is that Ben's burner account is what I'm wondering.
I hope so. I do hope so.
That is crazy.
Does it count as collusion if I'm in these drafts with you and you are punting your teams by drafting too much capital in your QB rooms?
Look, that is a personal preference. I would like you to respect that. And if you think it's a collusion, then see your way out the door.
No, I'm good. I'll stick in here with you. Trevor's going to try to hop in the next one. We are going to do another one. I assume we'll go live with that one about 5:45-ish. These drafts usually take about 45, 50 minutes to complete, just depending on how many people are burning the entire shot clock. Don't listen to Adam. You're on the right track. Yeah, I find that listening to him is detrimental to winning best ball fantasy leagues.
As long as he takes Marshawn Lloyd, Rich, you know that, then he's definitely on the right track.
Dude, I've gotten 200% increased in my Marshawn Lloyd ownership over the last couple of days. I'm a little torn here. I do like the round 2 running backs. I just hope one falls back to me, but I am a Chase over Bijan guy this year. Not sure if everybody's feeling that way or not, but it's just what I'm feeling.
I agree with that as well. I have to get some shares of Bijan though, but I've only had the 2 a couple of times, and I've only got Bijan once. So, because I just don't feel like passing and chase makes business sense.
I just wish I could get off the ends. Like my favorite picks this year are 3 through 10, kind of depending on what falls to 10. But typically on stream, I've been 10, 11, 12. This is my first time being in front of that, but also I don't like being at the 1 or the 2.
And here's another one where I'm not past 9 on the stream, so I'm going to get flack for that, I'm sure, as well.
You've had a pretty solid run of beginning of the round picks. How's everybody's Saturday going? Everybody having a pretty good one so far? I haven't done much of anything today, which I plan to continue doing. Do a couple of drafts on here and have a chill Saturday. Just catching up on a little bit of housework nonsense that needed to be done.
We had golf this morning. We got World Cup third place game, but I think the third place participants are about as happy about that game as we are. They don't want to be there. So,
I mean, honestly, one shouldn't have been there. England had it in the bag, but then just kind of pissed it away late there. I'm in that boat as well. My updated ranks have Amon-Ra in front of JSN. I think we see regression from that Seattle offense altogether, and I do think it's a little bit of a Super Bowl hangover. His yards per route run were also insane last year, and he had a lot of luck down the field. I do think Sam Darnold's kind of proven himself as a starter in the league, but I don't know if we see that version of Sam Darnold again. That might have been a one and done type situation.
There you go.
Yeah. What's the drink of choice? I was checking out your rankings and made a little adjustment and made my own ranks. Took me a while to get them, but I completed all 240. Yeah, that's kind of the idea, right? You and I might disagree on a player here and there, but just so long as you have something to draft alongside. I think Underdog released it earlier this year. I can see if I can find the tweet here in a moment, where like on their site, which is pretty, I don't know. I would say that you're going to find more sharps on Underdog than you would on DK, but like 90 something percent of people are drafting without ranks. I just think kind of setting yourself up for failure if you're out here running naked in the streets,
which will happen a lot.
I've actually seen that one time, by the way.
Yeah,
another story for another time. But
I've always been one of those people, for the most part, that did this so sparingly. I didn't really adhere to a ranking system, but here this year, I have found that ranking my guys on at least a weekly to bi-weekly schedule has really improved my drafting, minus the whole 3 QBs in the first 8 rounds.
Well, I think some of your issue is that it's maybe not so much your rankings, it's that you only have it sorted by QB. I think if you just zoom out, like if you scroll over here to the player page, there's an all tab. You don't have to just look at the QB.
No, Randy, I appreciate you trying to bail me out on this one, but it is absolutely my problem that I have those QBs all stacked with each other in the ranking. They are literally right there next to each other in the all. Not even in the QB. My problem is, though, be honest and realistically, is I think I have to stack you with my receiver or my weapon of choice. And so because of that QB run that we always talk about, I panic. And I'm a panic person when it comes to my draft sometimes. So.
Yeah, you lost me. I do see that Rich is making white Russians, though, so that sounded 10 times better than whatever you were long-windedly trying to get out there. A lot of guys I dropped because they're backups. I moved all the starters above the backups. Throw me a couple of names, Trevor. Let me know who you moved around. Just curious. B52 as a drink minus the triple sec.
Yeah, he doesn't have the milk or cream in there, so.
I got Amari and Hampton dropped all the way down to the 25 overall. I don't hate it. I think I have him at like 21, if memory serves me correctly. Don't. He's just not a guy I love on DK. If you're on underdogs, I don't mind it so much. But on DK, I'm not a streakers and swingers. The story behind Randy and Breaking Sports.
I feel that's like a dark side of the ring like thing story.
God, I can't wait for it though. I need to do one of those like I've seen
one
people
behind the
doing
music.
those. No, I've seen people doing those the Netflix specials where they're like walking to the room with the Netflix theme on in the background or whatever.
Yeah.
It all started when I was butt naked. Can we cut that? Nothing too crazy so far. Allen fell to the 33, so hopefully that means that the QB position won't be going too crazy. I'm starting to pull Edgebuka up, so if you see his ADP start to rise, that's on me. I just think that area is pretty flat from like, honestly, from like Pickens to really even like Loveland. Like to me, that entire range is pretty flat. I don't mind who I get in there. If we were ranking players just off pure skill and positional allocation, that kind of thing, I'd probably rank Brock Bowers at like the 10, 11. So I don't mind getting Bowers late in round 2. Just hoping to catch a running back or two here at the turn. Also looks like Neighbors is starting to work his way back up the board quite a bit as well.
I do know Rich is in this draft. Trevor, are you in here? Is anybody else in this draft that's on the stream?
I think Trevor's planning on getting into the next one.
The next one, he said. Okay, yeah.
Like, for example, I think the default rankings, they have the Broncos Harvey ahead of Drake May. I pushed May back ahead of him. I think from a positional allocation, standpoint, I don't mind either guy. It just kind of depends on the build you have going. Running back tends to go off the board earlier this year, in my opinion, at least to this point. And that's kind of what led me to put Harvey ahead of him. But I don't hate either. I love the value there on Burden, so we're going to take Burden and hope that Scatterbo makes it through the turn. That's a player I'm not overly high on that I thought the field would be a little bit higher, but I think we're all just being intelligent about DJ Moore this year.
Yes.
I thought he would end up being like a round 3 pick. We are going to get Scatterbo back here.
Nice. We don't know what rapport yet that him and Josh Allen are going to have together. So
I guess like outside of Diggs, there really hasn't been a receiver that's had a ton of rapport with Allen. Maybe Khalil Shakir, but I mean, even his seasons have been a kind of. We are going to run another draft after this one. I would imagine the next one probably pops off at about 5:45 if you want to stick around or if you have something to do. If you want to set an alarm, a timer on your phone, 5:45 Eastern is when I would imagine the next one pops off. So far through 5 for Rich and I. Rich has JSN, Henry, Flowers, Waddle, and Adams. Don't mind that start at all. Pretty good. Solid start there. I have Jamar Chase, Brock Bowers, Edgebuka, Luther Burden, and Cam Scatterbo. And it's back on Adam here with Jefferson, Kenneth Walker, Jeremiah Love, Colston Loveland, and he will take a long pause now that I am doing the read and make me look like a complete imbecile. My guess would be QB1. Christian Watson. No QBs through 6. You love to see it. Maybe he's finally learning how to draft. We taught him everything he knows.
Yeah, this draft is not normal for me.
Dare I say that the furry badger knows how to draft significantly more appropriately than Adam.
I must find this costume, I think, and try it and see what happens.
think you're
It might
already
be a little. It might be a little
in the
hot.
costume.
That's true.
I don't know if this is a crazy take because I know you said that you got Bowers ranked at 11. I dropped him down to the 20. I got Genty and London and even Chase Brown ahead of him. So I have those guys ranked ahead of him in my rankings. What I was alluding to was like from a skill standpoint, I would rank Bowers higher if I weren't factoring in ADP. But given that ADP obviously is one of the most important things that we can take advantage of on the board, I just prefer Bowers. Like if we scroll back up here to round, the end of round 2, I prefer Bowers over Pickens. I'm fine. I'm pretty high on Rice. So Rice and Bowers are pretty equal to me. But like this entire round, you could talk me in or out on any of those guys. Like I could care less if I get Devonta Smith or Breece Hall. To me, they're all relatively the same play. And then this range here is pretty stagnant from Pickens to Saquon. I mean, even really Genty and Cook, to me, I could care less who I really grab in that range. I prefer not to get 2. That's why I hate the 11 and 12.
I don't know myself and who I am right now.
Pretty solid.
This draft is not me.
Rich knows you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely. I guess you have to every once in a while.
I wasn't really planning on you drafting well. That was not in the cards for me. I thought you'd get in. I don't know who you have. Let's see. I guess you could go. You still got some time.
Yeah.
You could double tap Kyler and Love, although that one makes a lot more sense than where you've been taking QBs. Let's see who's falling to us here. Does the guy in the one have a QB?
He does not.
So receiver I'm pretty high on this year as well. I think he's going to have a pretty good start to his rookie campaign in New Orleans. Hopefully he doesn't double tap. That would suck. I guess, I don't know if that would be a he or a she. I guess, is that Cassie or Kazi? 79.
We don't know, but they are hopefully not double tapping like you said, and they did not.
So through, what is that, 7?
Mm-hmm.
Jamar Chase, Brock Bowers, Edgebuka, Luther Burden, Cam Scatterbo, Jordan Tyson, and Caleb Williams, significantly better than any draft I had yesterday on stream. Rich is sitting on, well, I guess I probably should change the way I said that. Rich is probably not sitting on JSN. If you are, best of luck to you guys. Rich drafted JSN, Derrick Henry, Zay Flowers, Jalen Waddle, Devontae Adams, Jalen Warren, and Parker Washington. And somehow the Furry Badger has Justin Jefferson, Kenneth Walker, Jeremiah Love, Colston Loveland, Christian Watson, Brian Thomas, and Trevor Lawrence. Is that his, what is his ADP? It's like 86-ish?
85. I pulled him up slightly.
Yeah, I agree there. I think there's some, I'm trying to think about how I want to word this. I've figured in about 5% regression for Pickens. I just see him self-imploding. It seems like he's one of those guys that when the situation isn't perfect per his standards, he'll do something to kind of work his way out of favor in Dallas. You know what else is kind of crazy? How they have Darius Slayton all the way down at 308. He is a starter, and they got him below a lot of guys who will see limited playing time. I would have agreed with you last year. I'm a little concerned from the standpoint of one, new coaching staff. So a guy like Slayton's a little bit of a holdover. Slayton is more of like a Rashad Bateman type player for me this year. Whereas I don't hate it, but it's not a bet that I'm looking to try to make a lot. If they were comfortable with Slayton there, they wouldn't have gone out and added so many guys in the offseason. I mean, they added Fields, Berrios, Smith-Schuster, OBJ. And I know that they're probably planning on a few weeks without Neighbors, but they even went out and got Mooney, likely. I mean, there's quite a few guys that this new coaching staff has brought in. So could we see Slayton start? Yes. Do I think it's built in? I tend to think that there's probably a lot of competition that's going to happen in New York. And the closer we get to camp, the more you're still going to be able to draft Slayton. Like if news breaks that Slayton's the X or whatever while Neighbors is out, he's not going to fly up boards versus like, if we get an injury to a running back, or if we find out Kalen Black is the backup in San Francisco, those types of things will move guys up the board a lot faster than a guy like Darius Slayton. You could get news that Slayton was starting and he'll still be in, a 19 or a 20 round pick.
True. Yeah, he will be. But he'll be a 19 or 20 round pick finally, instead of not being picked, which is typically where he's at right now.
I'm a Nico guy. What do you think, Adam?
Nico, as long as his quarterback starts playing quarterback again, well, because I don't trust CJ and I don't trust the offensive line and I don't trust the Texans as a whole right now.
You don't trust the team that almost went to the AFC Championship game?
No.
How did how'd the Vikings playoff game go last year? I couldn't find it. Like, I guess it didn't show up on my TV. Maybe it was local.
No, yeah, it was. It was.
Maybe that was the issue.
Isolated for Minnesota. Yeah. No, I don't know. I worry about that team. I worry about how it ended.
I think we're going to see some progression from the Texans this year. No, don't get me wrong. Obviously, I'm a Texans fan, but I'm also a realist. So our defense was legitimately one of the best defenses I've ever seen play football. We got put behind the 8 ball a lot last year with CJ. And then we ran the ball into the back of our line about 4 million times with Nick Chubb and Woody Marks and those kind of guys, and Jawar Jordan and Dare Ogbonwale and that type of thing. So I do think that we'll have a competent offense this year. I'll say that. I don't think it'll be anything that's going to blow anybody away, but if we can maintain some health, I think Montgomery coming in will be fine. He's going to be 2 yards in a cloud of dust. Like, if he can just keep us ahead of the sticks, I think we'll be fine. But that wide receiver core, I mean, we have I would imagine we have a top 10 receiving core in the NFL. With Nico, Higgins looks like he can play. Noel could play a little bit. Tank Dell should be coming back. Xavier Hutchins out there running wind sprints pretty much. Yeah. Braden Smith is a guy they added as well. I don't know if you saw I saw a short with Mason Crosby, who they asked who was the toughest guy to go against in the NFL. And his answer was Braden Smith. He's like, no matter how much shit I talk to him, no matter how much I try to slap that guy around, he just never says anything. He just plays hard. Also, the tackle we got in the draft on the defensive side, I think Caden McDonald is the guy's name that hopefully he can stop opposing running games, because that was the only way we were giving up anything last year defensively. That's quite a fall on Monangai.
It was. I could not pass that up. I know I have a lot of them, but why not have more when you get them at that value?
Like Randy and Adam's team's better than mine. Took QB. I don't usually take. It's coming home on me here, and then we'll look back. Who'd you get? Nix, Stafford?
Yeah, you got Nix and Stafford. You got to be different every now and then, though, Rich. It's not. Oh, no. It's fine. I mean, you got it stacked, right? So, yeah, we're good.
I'm actually pretty low on on Stafford this year.
He's
So
got Stafford stacked with Devontae.
No, I mean just in general. I'm just low on.
No, I get it.
And again, hopefully this guy doesn't double tap. I can get my third QB and get out of the way. Okay, so we're guaranteed either Tyler Shuck or Baker.
There you go.
Or both.
Or both.
I think Caleb has week 10 bye. I'm pretty sure that's the case. So we're going to go with Tyler Shuck. So through 11, Jamar Chase, Brock Bowers, Ejbuka, Luther Burden, Cam Scatterbo, Jordan Tyson, Caleb Williams, RJ Harvey, Jaden Reed, Jordan Love, and Tyler Shuck. Coming back up on Rich here, he's only through 10 so far. JSN, Derrick Henry, Zay Flowers, Jalen Waddle, Devontae Adams, Jalen Warren, Parker Washington, Matthew Stafford, Bo Nix, Rashad White. He logged out.
What happened?
He quit. Nah. Malik Willis adding his third QB there. That is a guy I'm starting to come around on a little bit. I'm trying to get my bags packed a little more on Malik Willis at 130. That's a guy, if we start getting positive camp news out of Miami, I think he's a guy that could rise up the board. And then Adam has Jefferson, Walker, Loveland, Watson, Brian Thomas, T-Law, Jordan Addison, Kyler Murray, Kyle Monange Toi, and Bill Krosky Merritt. I'm convinced that you guys just draft players with long names just to hear me struggle through the read when I'm going over the teams.
It is fun.
Hopefully Kalen Rutledge takes the center job because Andrews, he is straight trash on me. Like, I don't mind him as a backup, but he's just been like a damn turnstile for the last few seasons. Running Rabbit Willis.
Malik Willis, yeah.
Don't make me do another thumbnail. Is it just me, or is I thought Best Ball Week was going to be a little bit more it's kind of like the line from Dumb and Dumber. Thought the Rocky Mountains would be a little bit more rockier than this. It's been a cordial type week for a lot of this week where I thought we were going to get a lot of guys that were just popping in, doing a bunch of crazy stuff, and kind of hasn't been the case. Some of the lower buy-in stuff has been weird, but it's always weird in the 3 and in the 5s and the 7s. That's quite the fall on Baker at 131.
Yeah.
Double stacked there as well. I'm going to flip back over after we get through here. Rich is up on the board with Jawan Johnson. Start taking a look at what we are looking at my pick. We'll always take the missile if he falls. And he immediately gets taken. Cool.
Pick
cool.
right up. Yep.
Don't love a lot here. Top of the board is also second in my ranks. I don't need a QB. We'll go with, is this tight end 1 for me or 2? 2. I got Bowers. We'll go with Chiga Okonkwo. I'm not a big Pacheco guy. I think we might pull someone up here if he makes it past this pick. So we have 5 receivers. I think we're just going to pull up Tajay Spears. Another one of those DK backs that I don't mind getting to, that I think that if he can maintain 35, 40% of that Tennessee backfield, hopefully he's useful 2-3 weeks out of the season and just kind of carries my team forward. If you see your team or your friend draft Malik Willis and you don't reach out to see if things are okay, I'm going to have to disagree with you on that one, Mike. I like me some Malik Willis. I do like him better on underdog, though. I think that scoring system sets up a little bit better for late round rushing QBs versus over here on DK. It felt like after Matthew Stafford, I think Rich started to question his own decision making. Felt like Stafford was the one that really started to sway things. What's everybody's feel on Rachaad White? I see him going at 115. I got a lot of him when he was going like 131. But now that he's 115, 116, I think I'm out. I think I'm more out on Rachaad White. I don't know, Adam, if you got a feel on that or anybody in the chat has a feel on it.
Yeah, I just think I'd rather not get him right there. I'd rather get him around later if I have to get him. I don't have much of him for that reason. But I do like him, and I do think he's going to get more work and more goal line touches than Bill will. So it's just one of those things. I think I can't get to him typically when he's up at where he's at right now, around the 115. If he comes down another round, then he's available to me. I prefer if it's him and Bill together right there, and it's my pick and it's time, then I lean towards White for sure.
Rachaad White feels like a 2018 Nissan Altima. Is it going to break down on you? Probably not. Can it get you from point A to point B most of the time? Is it going to impress anybody? Not so much. Trevor, I swear you're my spirit animal. Okay, so I have a theory. All right. When I was growing up, I played a lot of DB and I played a lot of receiver. And it's my theory, and it's kind of been proven throughout the years with the Vegas Raiders and how they drafted forever. When you have these guys who are just burners, who are absolutely just smoking everybody that's on the field, when they're coming through the ranks in school, nobody's teaching them how to run a route. They're going out there, they're running 9 routes, they're running as fast as they can down the field, and they're catching bombs. But the higher you start to progress throughout your life, the more you get out of middle school, you get out of high school. When you get to college, maybe you're still faster than everybody. Maybe you still can gain a yard here and there. But when you start getting to the pros and these guys are running right beside you, things change. When you don't know how to run a dig, a curl, a seam, a post, a comeback, an out, you don't know how to set those routes up. To me, it's an art. And I don't think Xavier Worthy has mastered that yet. And my fear is that it's too late in the game for him to learn how to run a full route tree. I think if they brought him in for like some type of sub package, I think he could still run you a deep route here and there. But I think that they're trying to make him something that he's not. That's actually higher than me. Let me look and see where my new ranks are on him. I'll get back to you here in just a second. I'll look. I think I'm in the 120s now on Xavier Worthy, which I know is, I think people just get hyped on the KC offense and they, a little bit of living in the past. For my liking, anyways. Let's see what we got going on here for Xavier Worthy. Scroll. I'm pick 120 on Xavier Worthy and 1 pick ahead of the guy we were just talking about in Rachaad White. Dude, that was I would take the 5-year-old. The way that he comes out of breaks poorly. He sets him up poorly. I just saw another one with Ricky Pearsall where I'm not sure. Some of these wide receiver coaches, man, just throwing cones on the ground and hoping for the best. The whole damn like stutter step back and forth, and Pearsall's running in a freaking circle. Like, what fucking route do you run outside of a curl where you're like, I don't know. I wish we would do a better job setting these guys up for success and not for failure. I mean, the guy just got shot, like 2 years ago?
Yeah.
He just shot himself with that video release that he put out earlier today. It was not, from my eyes, it was not a glowing thing. And then also in it, he's wearing a knee brace already. So I'm like, that's pretty good, right? That's what I want, as a guy who can't stay on the field to be in a field running routes with a brace on his leg.
Speaking of videos, did y'all see the Jerry and Price one today?
Yeah, the like
knee
the
jumps
jump,
with 140
the jump
pounds.
squats.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's like athletic and stuff.
Look pretty good.
This might be something that I don't typically do, but I think I'm kind of forced into it here. To me, I think Auten is more valuable than anyone in this range. I think I'm going to go 4 tight end, even having Brock Bowers on the team.
Okay.
So probably a 3-5-8-4 build, which is one of the few times you'll see that from me this year. We do have a bet on Tennessee's offense again here. Don't mind getting to Braylon Allen as well. I think he's second on my board, third on my board, second ADP. We need to catch up a little bit at running back. We'll go running back over receiver here, given that we got Chase in round 1 and not Bijan. It was going to be difficult for me to pass on K-Dot at 191. I think he's a player that I could see moving up. He's just very steady.
Yeah.
A little bit surprising there to see Marshawn Lloyd go to the guy in the 5 spot.
Yeah, it is. Wait, is that Rich?
So not much of a difference. Yeah. You got him ahead of White and Tyler Shuck. I think I do have Shuck in front of Xavier Worthy. Shuck is one of the guys that I like getting a lot on DraftKings. About 2 weeks ago, there was a big like QB avalanche going on DK, and Shuck was one of the guys that I would just continue to catch falling. I have Shuck at 115. So 115 to 121 is Shuck, Kelsey, Baker, Mason, Goddard, Worthy, and Rachaad White for me there. Like, I much prefer a guy like Matthew Golden to Xavier Worthy or even Jacoby Myers. And both those guys are going off the board behind Xavier Worthy. I actually, even in a vacuum, I would take KC Concepcion on a full PPR site versus a guy like Worthy.
Well, Randy, we know what's about to happen right here on this turn, and I will apologize, but your boy is going to be taken by me if nobody else gets him first.
Look, I'm just happy that you guys are finally coming around on him. The disrespect that had been going on in the earlier part of draft season.
I don't think I was ever behind on him, obviously, with my amount that I have of him.
You were behind if you were drafting with me because I was taking him as much as I could get him.
Yeah.
When I started, he was like 235, 236, like in this range. And
he's gone. He's gone. I don't even get him. He's gone.
It's just a player that the disrespect was going to be a little much.
Yeah, he just feels right in that spot too.
I'm going to have to flip back over to the page here. Sorry for any confusion, but I need to see what's on the board and start planning things out a little bit. I don't really have anything queued up. That running back position is starting to look thin.
It is thin.
Which is not good when you have Cam Scatterbo as your RB1.
Well, yeah, I get that.
Now it's really thin. To me, that's why you wait on tight end. I do like taking Bowers, and obviously at 23, I can't pass on him, but I think when you can get a guy like Freiermuth this late, it's difficult not to take later tight ends versus early tight ends for me. So I think I'm going to try to go probably another running back and then receiver in round 20. There's a lot more late receivers that I like versus late running backs. The question becomes, who at running back? If you are like me and you think that CMC is going to fail this year, we're going to go Kalen Black over Jordan James.
With those two, who do you have right now the most of, James or Black?
Yes.
Yeah. Don't know right off the top of your head. I know I have Black. I know I have Black more than I do James right now.
Tyler Huntley got drafted. It's a bit different. I have both over the field because I'm making the bet that CMC is not going to start. Like if you gave me the over-under on CMC starting 8.5 games, I would probably lean the under. Get my exposures pulled up here. Kalen Black, I have 22%. And Jordan James, I have 12%.
Okay.
So over the field on both. CMC, I have, I think, 2 of CMC.
There you go.
In the 25. I have 1. So if it's another big CMC year, it's going to be a lot of. We won't need a best ball portfolio review show. That's for sure. Because I'll just be able to log in every week and be like, I suck. You guys were right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's over.
I don't have enough of him either, though. At this point, I may have 2 or 3 shares of him at the most.
I did move him back up to like 7, just so I didn't get 0. So I want to get to like. I'd be okay with like 3 or 4%, but I don't want any more than that. I legitimately believe that he's going to have a down year. At 114 to 117, I got Sam Darnold, Golden, Worthy, and then Shuck. I expect some regression. Well, actually playing a full season. I don't know. I kind of liked what I saw from Tyler Shuck. Not sure how much New Orleans games you're watching, but he looks like a poor man's version of Brock Purdy.
We all know my stance. I love Mr. Tyler Shuck.
Also gives you like some pretty awesome team names for your like yearly fantasy leagues. Nuck if you shuck. Seems like a decent one. Aw shucks. Shuck the up. Stuff like that. That's an interesting 4 tight end builds with Ferguson, Parkinson, Claire, and All. He also double tapped Raiders
QBs. Yeah, that's a lot of wasted.
That's a 5 tight end build.
That is, that might be more than that if you look up. I don't even know. No, it is 5. Okay. That is wild.
eBurk17, if you're in the chat, please let me know if you're going to enter the next draft with us.
Love to have you.
Would love to have
Love to have you.
Yeah, I think that maybe the regression is not being baked in enough. Like, I don't think he's gonna. You're probably not gonna get Shuck QB5, but I don't think it would be crazy with his rushing abilities and playing in the dome, playing against a bunch of bad defenses in Carolina, Atlanta, Tampa Bay twice each. You know, I don't think he's gonna have that poor of a season.
Yeah, he's just going to start getting into his own when it comes to that offense with Kellen Moore. They're going to open up things more this year than they could last year on a limited basis, with the playbook being limited with him coming in midseason.
Yeah, plus he gets all the snaps. He's not splitting snaps with Rattler and all that kind of stuff. Looking at my draft report from that one, I'm gonna stay on the screen. I got 92.7 ADP value and 33.3 draft capital value on that draft. So both in the green. Pulling back over here, we will start looking at how everyone did. Give everybody a grade, and then we'll start to get in the next draft. Adam, if you want to read through yours and give myself a chance to catch my breath, that'd be cool.
I will. My draft: Justin Jefferson, Kenneth Walker, Jeremiah Love, Loveland, Watson, Brian Thomas Jr., Trevor Lawrence, Jordan Addison, Kyler Murray, Kyle Monongai, Ja'Cory Krosky Merritt, Tyrone Tracy, Brenton Strange, TJ Hawkinson, Adonai Mitchell, Zachariah Branch, Ted Hurst, Kiami Dale, Pat Bryant, and Malachi Fields. I will give myself a B minus. I think it was very structured draft. I don't think I did any reaching as far as it looks. And I stuck with a 2 QB build because I didn't want to stretch and get myself caught up in something where I could have had that draft equity somewhere else.
Yeah, I think that's a pretty solid draft. I would give you probably I'm gonna give you a B, just a flat B. I don't hate it. I think it's a lot better than a lot of the builds that we had yesterday on the channel. Me drafting late, Ben not doing a lot of drafts, and then you trying to get every QB that you could get early is probably not the way to go.
Yeah.
Taking a look at Rich's team: JSN, Henry, Zay Flowers, Waddle, Adams, Warren, Parker Washington, Matt Stafford, Bo Nix, Rashad White, Malik Willis, Juwan Johnson, Flournoy, Dulcich, Brian Robinson Jr., the guy that he loves, George Halani, Mike Washington Jr., Michael Mayer, and Jake Tonjes. I'm gonna give you a solid C.
Yeah, C plus on that, Rich.
Nothing wrong with a nice C every now and then.
No.
Me in the 2 spot: Jamar Chase, Brock Bowers, Ejibuka, Luther Burden, Scatabo, Tyson, Caleb Williams, RJ Harvey, Jaden Reed, Jordan Love, Tyler Shuck, Chiga Conquo, Tajay Spears, Trey Tucker, Hunter Henry, K. Dotton, Braylon Allen, Claiborne from Minnesota, Kalen Black, and Vele. I would say I like that one. I think it's a B. If the running backs can push me forward at all, I think it'll be fine, but I am a little bit thin at running back.
Yeah, running back is thin on yours. I'll give you a B minus, Randy. The 4 tight ends, I know you got value with that, so I just think it takes away of a roster slot for, I guess, another wide receiver would be where that would go. But it's still another pass. It's a pass catcher, so
like in a vacuum, do you want K. Dotton or do you want Christian Kirk, Troy Franklin, Keon Coleman, Ted Hurst, Jeremy Bernard, Calvin Ridley, Stribling, Dontavian Wicks, Mooney, Booty? Like for me, I would go Otten there.
I think Hurst might. He's an unproven commodity, obviously being a rookie. I think Hurst might outdo Otten in the fantasy department this year.
I'll take that bet.
Okay.
All right, let's get into the next draft. If everybody wants to join alongside us, actually, let's catch up on some comments real quick. Yeah, 14 tight ends was the way to go in that one. I think Bryce Young will put up better numbers. I'd take that bet if you're giving me Stroud versus Bryce Young. Bryce Young only passed over 200 yards twice last year. Better points than trying to pinpoint 200 plus level wide receivers. Reason I took Willis over Mayfield or Donald because of bye weeks. Yeah. Sometimes you get in that vacuum where you're just stuck. I'm going to watch the next one. Badger, you guys.
I like it, Rich.
Oh, Bryce over Shuck. I would take Shuck
That's what I'm
in that
saying.
one
I'm taking Chuck all the way on that one.
in an instant. But I
Yeah.
mean, I've been wrong before, so there's no guarantees there. All right, if everybody wants to hop back over to the page, we'll get ready for the next draft. And if anybody wants to join alongside us, we will do a countdown here shortly. Adam, if you can let me know when you are at the page.
I am at the page, sir.
All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1, 0.
5-12 again.
All right, so we got some time. If anybody wants to hop in, the $25 on DK, the 20 million overall prize pool, and 3 million up top. It's a bit of a shame that you guys will be playing for 2 million, but it is what it is. 2 million is still respectable.
Yeah, I'll take second.
My wife is blowing up the phone to let me know everything that's going on new in the medical world. I'm like, buddy, cash me out. Cash me out. Let's see where. Oh, we're already filled.
That didn't take long.
Here we go, baby.
The
Out of
sweet
the 3
spot.
spot. My favorite pick.
Spot.
3 and the 7. I see red getting in there at the 11. Had 2 weeks notice. My guy's already planning to win the 3 million out of the 10. Trevor, were you able to get in this one?
Red's here at 11, by the way.
It's like there's an echo in there. Adam is so great at not listening.
Seeing things.
Trevor's in the 9.
There we go.
Popping 666. Just make sure you get your QBs early with Adam at the, what are you at, the 7?
I am at the 7.
Don't want to box you guys out.
Yeah, I can't promise that it's going to be like the last one. No guarantees.
I'm pretty happy where I'm at. 3 through 5 is kind of my sweet spot right now. Things may change once camp opens and that kind of stuff, but I like being at the 3. How did you like the ranks, Trevor? Did you find them useful or helpful at all? Or if you have any feedback, anything you want me to add? Probably a little bit late in the summer now, but I could definitely take a look at stuff. We're still working on getting the store up and running, which is taking a lot of my time, but I'm starting to get everything ready for DFS season and showdown content and that kind of stuff. I'm going to be doing probably on average 4 live streams a week for DFS and for showdown content. So getting that ready, but just wondering how you like the ranks and the sims that we had on the site for free. Watch this guy go chase here, and then I have to get a Bijan 3. I think the nut build for me, or the nut start, I should say, would be Chase anywhere from 3 to 5. I prefer Chase over Puka. I prefer Chase quite a bit over JSN. I think Chase Puka is at least in the same tier. I think Chase Puka teardrop JSN. Actually, teardrop Amon-Ra, then JSN. I'm going to shut up and click my guy before I time out and get somebody else.
You got to love that number 2 let the time run
Don't
out.
be
So
nasty.
he automatically got Bijan, so you don't have to worry about that.
Ooh, baby girl, James Cook sliding in at the 5.
I love to see it. I love to see it.
I'll tell you who loves to see it's red in the 11.
Yes. I
would be ecstatic because you're guaranteed Amon-Ra, which is gone now, but Jefferson, CMC, Taylor, or CD, now that somebody already reached up there and grabbed James Cook. I'm sure he's going to be really, really distraught to get, I would imagine, Taylor at the 11.
Trevor got CD.
Could get the CMC. Now, I would take CMC at 11. Those are the kind of bets I'll take.
Yes.
Are you thinking on Taylor? Oh man, that happened to us quite a bit yesterday with Red. Red tried to get in like 2 or 3 times with us yesterday and just missed it. Did you get in another one, or did you just not catch us in time? That's a first for me to see Brown at the 13.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he's pretty much living in this like 15 to 17 range a majority of the time.
He really is.
Now,
Taylor
Red,
and Barkley.
you do know this is DK and not underdog, right? I'm actually just effing with you. I actually don't mind that start at all. I'm trying to get more running back early. I don't typically get Taylor falling to me at the 11 though. Not sure what that was in my voice. I feel like I went reverse puberty. Hey, you guys want to go to the store? That's kind of what I felt like I was working with there for a second.
Well,
gang with the Bowers at 17. I'm sorry, man. Not sure when we'll do the next one. I'd imagine we probably go live again Tuesday or Wednesday of next week. Doubt we have enough time for a third one tonight.
yeah.
We got some storms coming in, so I don't know how bad it's going to get. So I don't want to promise you that we can and then get bummed out.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you don't even have underdog.
There you
go. Hit me up on X at breaking_boards. Shoot me a DM over there, and I'll tell you why you should get in. I'm going to send you a code that's going to earn you like $75, and then they have a promo going right now where if you deposit 100, you'll get you'll get 5 more entries. So you're essentially going to get 2 for 1. You'll get like 8 entries for $100 into Best Ball Mania. The only difference is it's half PPR if it's something you want to do. That may be a little bit controversial for me there. I like Rice over Pickens and Nico.
No, I get that because I do as well. I've grown to want him in that situation if there. Josh Allen going early, love it. Frees up other avenues. Not like I was taking Josh Allen anyway, but
kind of torn here between Edgebuka and Flowers. I don't like the playoff schedule for Devontae, and I'm trying to get more Olave when I get the 2 because I like the Olave bring back with Bijan, and I'm also trying to pack my bags a little bit more on Edgebuka. So I'll pull those guys up a little bit there. That playoff schedule for Philly is brutal. This one's for you.
Yeah, absolutely, Rich. You're absolutely right. It's he's going to put up numbers that are people are going to be like at the, as far as futures are concerned, I'm going to have some futures on him before the year starts. But he's going to put up numbers that are just absolutely crazy.
I saw Levitan, and shout out to Levitan. Hopefully he's healing up pretty well. But I saw that he had a ticket on, I think it was Saints to win the NFC, which is like crazy odds right now, like 45, 50 to 1. But I feel like the NFC is a lot more condensed than the AFC.
Yeah.
So I don't know if that it's likely to happen, but again, at 50 to 1, like what do you expect? So I don't mind throwing 100 on there for a 5K payout. Let's see, we got Lamb, Walker, and Kyron for Trevor. Red's coming back around here in a second. Adam has Amon-Ra, Chase Brown, Ladd McConkey. That's a pretty good, solid start there. And then I have Chase Rice and Ejbuka. Was hoping to catch one of the running backs falling, which tends to happen a lot, or a guy like London falling to 22, but things kind of cleared up and went exactly how you would expect once things got to pick 22. And I'm more Pickens and Nico on underdog versus on DK. I know it's like I really don't know how to act. I don't know what's going on with the universe right now. It's weird. I like it. I like it a lot, but it's weird like actually having a decent pick. I just think there's such tier breaks in round one. Like to me, it's Gibbs, Chase, Bijan, Puka, tier break. Amon-Ra, JSN, Jefferson, Lamb, tier break. CMC, Taylor, tier break. I don't know who to go with at the 11. Like Saquon, like you could talk me to anybody from pick 12 in this one to pick 22. You could really talk me into any of those guys from 11 or from the 12 spot. Like I don't see that huge of a difference. I don't have them ranked that way. I'd probably rank them Genty, Barkley, Walker, Chase Brown, AJ Brown, London, Rice. I'm not a big Amari Hampton or A-Chain guy this year.
Those guys in that area could literally move week to week in my rankings if I wanted to, and I wouldn't feel any certain way about them.
Mike Evans before Josh Jacobs. Cool.
Yeah,
hopefully there's not more Jacobs news that have come out that I haven't seen in the last 20 minutes.
I would have got Josh Jacobs, but they still left ETN right there in the 4th round. So I'm like, got to.
That's a player that's starting to fall. I think he's probably going to settle right there at 42, honestly. I'm going to start packing my bags on him because I think that's people are getting a little bit where they almost jumped the shark on him a little bit, but
because of Kamara signing. Yeah.
We're just at that point of the year where like every little bit of news can shoot a guy up 5 rounds or down 2 rounds or whatever the case is. We're finally getting to the point where, news is going to start to make sense. I saw one a minute ago that was Kirk Cousins is planning to start all year per rap sheet. Like if you want to believe Ian Rappaport, like you've obviously never played DFS before because you're going to see a lot of reports this year where he's going to report something and then automatically delete it.
Mm-hmm.
I have to go with Montgomery here. He's going to see such volume. He's more of an underdog play, but he's probably going to get 275, 285 carries, and he's going to work in the passing game a little bit. I just don't know how much we trust Woody Marks pass blocking. Hey, when you got a winner, you just double down. Do I have the same? Let's see. I think Chase, Rice, and Ejbuka are all the same, right?
Mm-hmm.
I can't remember if I got Jacobs last. I think I got Scadabo. And I definitely didn't get Montgomery. Let's see, red out of the 11. You know that you got to take some of those yellow guys at some point, right? You got Taylor, Barkley, Loveland, and Breece Hall. I assume he's taking a receiver here. Got Trevor out of the 9 spot with Lamb, Walker, Kyron, Tet. Adam out of the 7 with Amon-Ra, Chase Brown, McConkey, ETN, and Travion. This might be one of your best starts ever. You'll probably F it up. Chase, Rice, Ejbuka, Jacobs, and David Montgomery. We'll see the triple tap of the quarterback position here, so we can just go ahead and exit out.
Very soon. Very soon.
Hey, get your guys, right? Isn't that the thing?
It really is. I mean, your guys are your guys. We'll have a show about that soon, hopefully, and y'all kind of know our guys already if you've been on any of these streams.
Pull your running backs from the last team. If I could combine or pull a couple of those guys from that team over to this one, I like where I'm headed. Again, another like fairly cordial draft. There's nothing real crazy going on. A little bit early for Drake May, in my opinion. I know he said he liked May earlier, but I'm more like a early 60s. So, I mean, it's not anything egregious or anything of that nature.
No.
Did you end up with AJ? Maybe that's why I pulled him up. No, you got Lamb and
No, remember,
Chat.
yeah. AJ's down there at 12.
Yeah, I'm not used to him going that early. Or I think he went 13.
Or 13, yeah, technically on the turn, yeah.
I do like that pick with Bucky at the 64.
Yeah, that pick it blocks me from getting another running back that I didn't really need at this point. I need to go wide receiver right now. But if Bucky was sitting there at 66, I would have taken him. Duh. I mean,
again, another one of your guys.
Yes.
I mean, to the same point with Red, who he just started taking wide receivers. This guy understands that we need running backs at some point, right?
You got to mix it up every now and then.
Caleb double there. Don't make me take a guy that I never take. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it.
Do it. Do it. You know he wants Quentin Johnson so bad.
Oh, I'm not taking Quentin Johnston. Take Mazda Marv.
There you go.
I think he has a little bit of a bounce back this year. And honestly, like his underlying stuff didn't look bad. He just looked bad.
Yeah.
But I mean, like, I know Brissett played half-ass last year, but one, do we think that happens again? And two, I think I've said it on a stream before. I don't think anybody in the Arizona offense pays off their price tag. I don't think Wilson does. I don't think Marvin does. I don't think Algier does. I don't think that Love does. I don't think that McBride does.
No.
I damn sure don't think Brissett does. I'm going to flip back over because I don't really like this area of the draft, if we're being perfectly honest with one another.
And that's what we're here to do, is be honest with each other. All of us. Unless we're on stream and telling you who we're going to get and you're about to pick before us, and we probably may not be too honest.
Where's that guy, by the way? The guy that
What
just
guy?
kept sniping me. Like the guy that kept sniping me. You remember that?
The guy kept sniping you and never talked about it. Yeah. I don't know.
Like 9 picks in a row. Even though I tried to work like a little magic trick on him, still got me. I think I might have a drinking problem because I read that guy's name is 18 Seki and I started to think Dos Sekis and then I started to get thirsty. I think we're going to see a nice PPR season from Jalen Warren. So given that I have 2 plotters, I'll add a pass catching back to the fold here. Plus, I'm already aware that depending on where we bounce back at the end of the draft, you're going to snipe my guy.
Absolutely.
I don't understand Hendo being so much higher than Ramondre. I take both, but I have more Ramondre due to the price. I've kind of just been Trevion on DK, Ramondre on underdog is kind of how I've played it so far, given the nature of the scoring. Although Ramondre looked weirdly efficient in the passing game last year, which is not something I had on my bingo card. I thought for sure third down was going to be Trevion, which Trevion was a good pass blocker in college. So I'm not sure if he just had – I would imagine that the that the playbook for New England is probably very involved. So I'd imagine that he should be better off this year, just knowing the schemes and things of that nature. So I'm kind of splitting it up, kind of like you are, with Trevion, DK, Ramondre, underdog. Adam, you got any takes on that?
I'm not splitting it. I think Trevion's going to have a breakout year this year. Don't get me wrong, Ramondre's fine, and Ramondre's going to be that change of pace in there, but Trevion's going to be the bell cow. Ramondre's going to be the pass catching back, third down back. At the goal line, it's Trevion. They'll get it right this year. They'll figure it out. That's the way it needs to be. Last year, it was kind of disjointed injuries, just not really knowing where Trevion fit in. They had him special teams for, it seemed like forever, half the season almost, it felt like at times. But Trevion's going to be the workhorse. Well, I say workhorse. He's going to be 1A this year.
I really like what Trevor and Red did at that turn, catching the fallen value on Tucker Kraft, being able to flip Lemon, and then catching a ton of value on Hurts. And then a guy that I like over the field who I think is being a little bit disrespected is Jordan Addison. Jordan Addison put up 2 top 24 seasons before last season. He had the off-the-field stuff going on that might have been playing in his ear. I would imagine they get some type of solid QB play out of Kyler versus what they had with J.J. McCarthy. I think he's going to bounce back. He's probably not going to be a wide receiver 13, but I'd imagine he's wide receiver 20-ish.
Yeah.
Let's see if this guy's read my board and sniping me here. Although, okay, here goes Stafford. That's a guy I'm getting a lot of. It's Mahomes. See, this is the build that I like with Olave. If you can get Bijan at the 2, catch Pitts later, and then you can get Olave in round 2. That's why I don't take a lot of Olave. When I don't have Bijan at the start. I need to probably start considering Chase with Flowers a little bit more in that range. Yeah, I think the upside is probably with. To be honest, I don't really know if there is upside with either. The more I think about it, you're probably just drafting like sticker price. I think Trevion's going to have a little bit better year. He'll probably have like a 5% progression. Ramondre played out of his mind last year, and he has had fumbling issues in the past and stuff like that. So I'd imagine that if I were, which I have, but if I were sharing my projections on Ramondre, I factored in a 5% reduction for him off his season from last season. He just played out of his mind. So I think you're probably paying sticker price. We're already starting to see the QB avalanche as well.
QB avalanche.
Had to grab him. Wide receivers looking slim. Yeah, looking.
But he's not a bad pickup. Addison's not right there.
It's a lot of yellow and green through, round 8, and then we see that area where everybody's double tapping QB. Adam seems like he's into the Ravens and Bengals in week 17, but doing it all through Adam Randall and Eric All.
No. No, I won't be getting any of those guys.
ETR Adam doesn't like Mahomes or Hampton. Posted shorts about fade them both. Well, that's the type of stuff that happens when you get cancer. I'm kidding. It's I think some people are if I were guessing, I would say that he's probably waiting a limited rush outlook for Mahomes in 2026, given the injury. But I'm not so sure a full year of Rashee Rice, Worthy, and Kelsey, which we haven't seen yet, doesn't pay off a little bit of that regression from the rushing side for Mahomes. Plus, you're getting Casey playing an easier schedule, given that they didn't win the division last year. And they actually got some rest in the playoffs. So it just strikes me as a point where the passing volume should pay off a little bit of that floor or the ceiling that you're losing from his rushing upside that he had last year. I think Hampton is going to be great in the new offense, and Mahomes, by all accounts, is looking okay so far. I think Mahomes is just one of those guys that he's just a football guy. I think you're not going to keep him off the field. I think he's probably been working his ass off. I think he had the surgery like a day after the injury.
Yeah.
So he strikes me as the type of guy who just actually legitimately loves the game. So kind of like a guy like kind of like Herbert, kind of like Stafford. You know, those types of guys where you're not getting them off the field. I was really hoping that AQB was going to fall back here. Just any of them.
Any of them. Any at all.
All right. Guys at the turn have 2. I hope they don't go at 3rd. Might have to go full Rich here in a second. Isn't that the guy that took Allen? I'm a little confused on why the guy who took Allen didn't take Kincaid. I know you have Dart, but there's also a lot of late receivers that you can stack with Dart.
I mean, likely is more value than Kincaid. Maybe he's going to do a double tap on the tight end. And maybe he didn't worry about Kincaid going to anybody else. Maybe.
I mean, I prefer Kincaid to Likely. I actually think that Kincaid has a pretty good year this year. I mean, his yards per route run were over 2 last year.
Yeah.
I assume he goes Kincaid here. I can't imagine why he would not go Kincaid here. If he doesn't want him, I'll take him.
He got Stephon Diggs thinking Stephon Diggs is going to go to Buffalo. Yeah, that's not happening.
Cool.
Just kidding.
I guess that's one of those scenarios where I don't think that it happens, but if Diggs were to go to Buffalo, do we think anybody in that offense, their ADP rises?
No.
I'm not interested at pick 120, 125 Diggs. If he goes to Buffalo, I'm definitely not interested in DJ Moore. I haven't been to this point. I'm pretty much out on Khalil Shakir. Just overall, the only player that I'm really above the field on would be Kincaid.
Yeah.
I do like how the stream is holding it down for the no QB teams. You, me, and Red, and Trevor. 1 QB. Everybody else 2, except for Detroit fan.
We're doing a great job with that. We're keeping that up right now for at least one more round. Can't say I can do it the next round, though.
If you guys ever need help keeping it up, please see the Furry Badger. He'll make sure you get taken care of and serviced for all your keeping it up needs. So that was the plan. The running rabbit was the plan. But when Kincaid fell, I was like, well.
You had to grab him. Yep.
Because for me, I think I have Kincaid 113. And I have Willis at 125. I don't know what the hell I'm going to do for a QB2. But that's a problem for another time.
That's a problem for another day. It's not that big a deal.
Got some options.
Red got his QB2. Sam Darnold. Sammy D.
I was hoping Baker was going to fall. I know you don't turn in, or maybe you do turn in the 2-week notice, but do you think you could turn in your pick before the time runs out? Like, you don't have to draft well, just draft fast. Trevor with the stack there at the turn with Coker and Bryce Young. He talked him up, and he followed through.
I got my second QB.
Are there any QBs left?
Yeah, there are a couple.
Might be the question. This guy should not be taking one, but this is DK.
4 QBs are the way to go sometimes. Triple stack it.
If Lazarino lets the guy fall, I think I know who I'm going with here. Go CJ, because that's my CJ. A lot of backstacking options with CJ available too. Whether you're a Noel guy or a Dale guy, Schultz is there. Going to need a tight end 3 at some point. So I got some options.
What's a tight end?
Your mom.
I don't have a tight end right now at all. I'm the only one that doesn't have one drafted yet.
Well, some of us draft well, and some of us are you, sir.
No, I feel good about that right now.
And just like that, our QB problems. I'll be dead and gone, dead and gone. Another player that is moving up the board very rapidly off signing a contract that I just assumed he was going to sign. So I have a ton of Alvin Kamara. But I have Alvin Kamara at pick 190, 195, and now you have him at pick 150. We are not the same, sir.
We are not the same.
Where am I at on Kamara? I think he's my second highest owned RB. We already know who number 1 is. The 2026 GOAT. It's going to win me $3 million, maybe $5 million. Justice Hill. Followed by 26% Alvin Kamara.
There you go.
Rich, normally I agree with a lot of things that you say. You even have me coming around to the idea that maybe Marshawn Lloyd isn't complete trash in the NFL. But this type of slander, Deshaun Watson, Shedeur Sanders, take them both. I'm going to have to put you in a 5-minute timeout, sir. Please go refill your drink. Please use the restroom. And return back for your viewing purposes. But you're in a 5-minute timeout. I just have to. Voting Deshaun Watson will not be accepted.
Rich, I do want to say I did that exact thing one draft early in the summer, and I had to immediately go take a shower afterwards because I felt really dirty.
You see what I'm talking about? Like when you got the furry badger promoting stuff like that, it's...
No, that was not a promotion. That was a demotion. I did not feel good about that.
Seemed like a promotion. I heard I took them both. It just...
I have not done it since, obviously.
This room should be quite cordial on quarterback moving forward. Everybody's got 2 now. Or at least 2.
Yeah.
Flip back over to the page, start to look around and see who's available for me here. Dum, 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 dum. I have 2 players I like at the turn. We'll see if they fall. Let's see. What are we looking at? 2 and 3. They should not be doing it to me, but they probably will. I think that's a PPR monster waiting to happen. Dylan Sampson. Highest yards per route run at the running back position last year in the NFL. That offense should be straight trash. It opens you up to stack guys like Deshaun Watson and Shedeur Sanders later on in the draft. Okay, he goes Dulcich. We get that through the turn. We get someone stacked outside of a running back with C.J. Stroud. I dare say I'm cooking in this draft. This is what happens when you get me at the 2 and the 3. I don't look like a complete imbecile that doesn't know what the hell they're doing on the stream.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. I don't drink anymore. Haven't drank in 2.5 years, so
Nobody likes a quitter.
we will not be doing that though.
I think Trevor might be drinking at this point. I want to go with you, Trevor. I've liked a lot of your takes so far. I don't know about MVP Bryce.
Well, look, if I'm thinking that Tyler Shuck can do it, why can't he think that Bryce can do it?
No, yeah, I mean, he obviously can have his own takes. I don't own the man or anything like that. I'm just saying that, like, a guy who passed for 200 yards twice last year, going to be hard to. I don't even think they make the playoffs. It's going to be impossible to win the MVP without making the playoffs. What does that mean, though? What does Carolina opening up the offense look like? Are we talking 225 passing yards per game for Bryce Young and 25 touchdowns and 14 picks? Is that what we're talking about?
I get they can do that, but can they do that with the leader of that team at quarterback with Bryce? Dave Canales has a lot of ideas for that offense. I know he does, but can it be done?
It kind of feels like Winn-Dixie. I don't know if anybody remembers Winn-Dixie, the grocery store.
I'm sure everybody in this chat does. Well,
like, they were open at some point. But are they? Like, I think there's a couple of stores left in, like, Florida. But
I don't even know if they are.
I'm pretty sure there is. But that's kind of like what I see. I see, like, I don't know. Carolina's offense is maybe like the NFL's version of, like, Kmart. Where, yeah, it's a nice blue light special if you pop in there and you pick up a $5 CD or DVD or whatever the case is, but it's not something I want to partake in long term. That's the unknown. Yeah, then I guess you'd say I have a fear of the unknown. Oh, here we go. Now it comes out. Bias is a Panthers fan. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, my goodness. 4K, 32 touchdowns, and 10 picks. You might want to get a new TV because I don't think your TV's in 4K. If you're thinking that man's going to throw for, I mean, I hope he does.
You know, the next time, it's probably why he like streams with Michael on here anyway. Trevor, next time Michael's on here, y'all can talk shop. So
he also is a Carolina. I don't know if it's a fan. Like if there needs to be like a, what would you consider Carolina's fandom? Feels like more of like a obituary read at this point. It's not as bad as like the Falcons.
That's horrible.
It's not as bad as the Falcons. We're not doing 28-3 on the Panthers.
Look, I can't say anything. Carolina made the playoffs last year. My Vikings did not, so I just gotta lay back here and respect that part.
187, 195. I got Ridley up top.
I cannot beat up a team that made the playoffs when I didn't make the playoffs. Just can't happen.
I think I prefer Ray Davis here. Something were to happen to Cook. Cook's been extremely durable over the last few years. But if Cook were to go down, what round do you take Ray Davis? If Cook goes down in practice in preseason, I dare say Ray Davis moves all the way up to like round 6, 5. He's probably in the Dave Montgomery-esque conversation. So on guys like that, if you're packing your bags on a Tank Bigsby, on a Brian Robinson, on a Ray Davis, pack them now. Don't wait until the new price and then try to get in. %100% correct. Rich, you're out of timeout. You're back in the fold now.
Jeez.
Can we all just agree that the Falcons suck?
Yes.
Can we just say it, get it out? I feel like the Falcons are, I don't want to say the Chargers of the East, because I do think the Chargers are decent. They just can't perform when it matters. They've essentially, I feel like the Matt Ryan and Phillip Rivers era of the Chargers and the Falcons were the same. Here you go, Adam.
Yeah, we're gonna be around this year. We're not gonna be down at the bottom. We're gonna be wild card somewhere, fighting for that. But I think we'll be, round 11-6 this year, probably.
I think that's the best division in football. I don't even really think it's that close. NFC North, Bears, Lions, Packers. What did I leave out? This is where you're supposed to say the Vikings, but I'll say it.
Vikings.
Since you didn't want to say it. Yeah, I think all those teams are top to bottom, well-ran organizations now that Chicago finally got their shit together. That would be a hard division to line.
Yeah.
Who did it?
I did it. I did it.
You're an asshole.
Told you I was going to do it last when somebody took me, beat me to the punch. So no, I was going to do that.
Still an asshole. You got furry badgers out here stealing picks from guys. This draft in round 20 is starting to really, really drive it. I think we're back to the point where it's you hold off on everything and take late tight ends. I'm going to take almost 30 picks of ADP value on Tank Dell for the stack. A little triple stack with Houston. Coming around to the end of the draft, I will talk up a couple of things here for you guys. Head over to breakingboardsdfs.com. Our ranks are up for free. They will be through the rest of best ball season. They're updated weekly. I'm drafting off mine currently. I assume Adam is drafting off his, and then Michael and Ben as well. But you get the composite ranks for everybody. You get the sims. I ran 5 million sims with our product. Bunch of stuff over there for free. Go check them out. I think Trevor said he went and checked them out. Again, Trevor, hopefully you liked them. If you want to see anything updated or anything of that nature, please let me know, and I'll try to get it updated for you. Back around to me here, and then we'll do the ad read for the solver tool, which you are also seeing on your screen as well. I flip back over to the player page for a minute. Talking up the solver tool, if you want to head over, if you're a first-time purchaser of the solver tool, use code BB26 as you see on your screen. You can scan that QR code, head over there, get you 20% off your first month of the solver tool. If you are a first-time sub to them and you are a sub to our YouTube channel, shoot me a message over at breaking_boards on X, or you can send me a message on the site at breakingboardsdfs.com, and we will make sure we get you into a $10 draft for free. But if you are looking at your screen here, you'll see the draft allocation buckets. Kind of keeps you on track here with the solver tool. You'll also see that you see these little widgets here for, like I have a running back on Buffalo with Keon Coleman. If I were going to draft him, I do have Ray Davis. I also have Dalton Kincaid. This is to indicate that he's a rookie. This indicates that I had a wide receiver on that team. And then you'll see a week 16, 17, like Elijah Surratt, I have a player playing against him in week 15, 16, and 17. And then if you forget your playoff matchups, you have this little tool here as well. Looking at, Houston, I have a Green Bay person against them. Indy, I have week 16 with Jamar Chase, have week 17 with Dylan Sampson. So it just keeps you from having to memorize the playoff schedule. Got to start saving my voice so I can read all these teams off in a second.
I'll read mine for you, Randy, so you don't have to worry about doing that part.
Well, I spend my week at work talking, and then now I spend my second job talking. Spend probably way too many hours looking at a computer screen, so I'm about to get some blue glasses or something.
Yeah, those would be very helpful.
The old contacts are starting to dry out during the stream. I know people see me blinking 50 million times.
Joe Flacco has entered the chat.
Flacco unstacked?
Well, I don't know if you're stacking Flacco at all. No, he's stacked with Burrow.
All right.
Need my backup QB in case Burrow goes down.
Yeah. That's an option.
Okay.
Sure.
Know.
I think we got 2,000. See, that part I can get on board with, except for the Jonathan Brooks part. I think Brooks will be a nice addition, but you're probably not going to get more than 30, 35% of snaps out of him. I think Chuba is going to be your main guy. I could see Coker and McMillan going for 1,000. My only problem is that in the past, they haven't narrowed their wide receiver crew down enough to get anybody to 1,000. Every time they, to me, Coker is clearly better than Xavier Legette. So quit running Xavier Legette out there unless it's 3 wide receiver sets. Yeah, man. Appreciate you checking this out.
Man, we're getting weird down here in the 19s and 20s now. It's crazy.
I don't mind the Jahan Dotson with Tua.
I had to fight. It was either that or Hooper. Who would you have taken?
I
would have faded Tongus and got Hooper if I did that. Obviously,
I don't mind Hooper. He was somewhat useful in New England. I feel like he played fine. Probably going to look to go with. I could go Taekwon here and stack, but Surratt gives me a ton of bring back equity for the stack, so we're going to go with Elijah Surratt. We already had down, so I'm not really sure why it wanted me to double tap wide receiver there. So we'll go Red's team first, Trevor's team, then yours, then mine. We'll work backwards. Give me a little bit of break in the middle. Red's got Jonathan Taylor, Saquon, Loveland, Breece Hall, Bishal Tootin, Odunze, Mekhi Lemon, Hurts, Pearsall, Worthy, Dobbs, Darnold, Malik Washington, Trey Tucker, Geno Smith, AJ Barner, Terrence Ferguson, George Alani, Keon Coleman, and Ollie Gordon. I would give you a C+.
Yeah, we'll go with a C+ on that as well.
I don't think your draft is bad. It's just not a lot of my guys in quotations.
It is. You do have the stacks there going, and everybody's aligned with somebody. So with that, that's good. And then 3683, not a bad build. Yeah, a good C+.
Trevor has CD, Kenneth Walker, Kyron Williams, Ted McMillan, Drake May, Bucky, Tucker Kraft, Jordan Addison, Jacoby Myers, Matthew Golden, Coker, Bryce Young, Hunter Henry, Judy, Brian Robinson Jr., Kayshawn Booty, Braylon Allen, Mike Gesicki, Jalen Knoll. You had me until you picked JJ McCarthy. I was about to say, I'm going to give him I'm going to give you a B-. I was going to give you a B+. JJ McCarthy was, if you want to get me completely flaccid,
Trevor,
talk to me about JJ McCarthy.
I'm going to give you a C. I mean, if JJ starts over Kyler, great, but I just think you're wasting a QB. You could have kept 2 QBs right there and allocated another running back possibly. Would have been my thing, but that's just me.
If my aunt had a penis, she'd be my uncle.
Yeah. As far as my draft, Amon-Ra, Chase Brown, Ladd McConkey, Travis Etienne, Trevion Henderson, Carnell Tate, Justin Herbert, Alec Pierce, Wando Robinson, J.K. Dobbins, Jalen Higgins, Cam Ward, Omar Cooper Jr., Tyler Algier, Gunnar Ham, Tua, David Njoku, Justice Hill,
Beef.
Jake Tungus, and Jahan Dotson. I don't like my pick at Dotson, so I'm gonna give myself a C as well. I don't like that I got Tua. When I got Tua, I thought I was gonna get Branch on the backside. I could have went 2 QBs myself, didn't need that second QB or the third QB, and could have got equity somewhere else.
Yeah, I don't really know who stole Branch from me. That's a shame. Well, one, you couldn't say Jaden Higgins' names correctly, so I'm going to give you a C minus.
Okay, thanks.
I have Jamar Chase, Rashee Rice, Emeka Ijibuka, Josh Jacobs, Dave Montgomery, Marvin Harrison Jr., Jalen Warren, Patrick Mahomes, Josh Downs, Travis Kelce, Dalton Kincaid, CJ Stroud, Danny Dimes, Dylan Sampson, Dalton Schultz, Zachariah Branch, Ray Davis, Tank Dell, Mike Washington Jr., and Eliza Surratt. I'm actually going to give that. I think it's pretty good. I'm going to give myself a B plus.
I'm going to give it a B minus. I don't know. Just not my guys all the way. 3683 build. I mean, you did sack right. I mean, maybe I'm just being jealous because I didn't get Branch.
See, I disagree. I think by week 6 or 7, Brooks, if he shows his abilities, could still Chuba's job. I've heard that a lot. I don't think it's possible in the sense of like, let's say you're coaching Carolina. Even if Brooks looks good through 7, if Chuba's still healthy, why would I give a guy with 2 ACL tears this early in his career? Why would I try to put that workload on him? I think the max amount of workload that he could probably earn is like 55, 60%. But I think it's RBBC for Carolina the entire season. Plus, I don't think Trevor Etienne is a 0. They used him in the playoffs last year a little bit too, so I don't think that they hate him. They could trust him and move to him a little bit there as well. I hate the Eagles Bears stacks. I think do they have the same bye week as well too, right? Week 10?
Yes.
If memory serves me correctly. Yeah, they have some pretty rough first place schedules, that's for sure. Rich, appreciate you as always. Mike, Red, Trevor, everybody for joining us, dropping comments. Again, go check out the ranks that we have available over on the site, breakingboardsdfs.com. QR codes on your screen. Scan it, head over. Check out the solver tool as well. Code BB26, 20% off your first month. Probably stream again Tuesday or Wednesday night. I'll have it scheduled, and you guys will see it on the channel. But I appreciate all you guys. Hopefully you have a good rest of your night. Have a good rest of your weekend, and we'll see you guys in the next stream.